Namaste. This is a lecture on number system part 2. This lecture covers the syllabus of CBSE class 9 chapter 1. After attending this lecture, we will be able to define irrational and real numbers, draw root x geometrically, find irrational numbers between two given numbers, rationalization, and laws of exponents. So let's start. First we will see irrational numbers. In the previous part of this lecture, you have seen that terminating decimals and non-terminating recurring decimals are called rational numbers. Now we will consider the decimal numbers which are neither terminating nor recurring decimals, such as 0.1011101111 and so on. Here what we see that this 1 is increasing. Notice it is non-terminating and non-recurring. Similarly, root 2 equals 1.41421356 and so on is a non-terminating and non-recurring as well. And so pi equals 3.14159265 and so on. So it is also non-terminating and non-recurring decimal. Thus a decimal expansion which is neither terminating nor repeating represents an irrational number. Example: 0.1234567891101112 and so on is an irrational number. Now a question arises, can we do our work without irrational numbers? Let's find it out by doing an activity. Draw a figure of a triangle. Let it be A, B and C. It is 90 degree. Let it be length 1 meter and it is also 1 meter. So what is the length of AC? So can you find AC in this figure? Yes, you can by Pythagorean triplet. Pythagorean triplet. We know that in a right triangle, AC square equals AB square plus BC square, or AC square equals AB is 1, so 1 square, and BC is also 1 square, or AC square equals 1 plus 1, or AC equals root under 2. So this AC will be root 2. So can you measure this AC correctly? Certainly not. But we need it to express the length of AC. Therefore, irrational numbers are needed for doing our calculations. Now, we will try to draw an irrational number on a number line. How can we draw it? Take a number line like this one. Let it be 0. It is -1. It is -2. It is 1. And it is 2. So if we draw a perpendicular on 1 and the measurement of this line, let it be A, and it will be A dash. So the measurement of A dash is 1 unit, and certainly from 0 to 1, let it be B, it is also 1 unit. And then we have just find it out that the length of AB will be root 2. So certainly the distance or the length from here to here, that is AB, is root 2. And if we take an arc of AB and draw it like this one, we will get here a point P. So certainly BP measures root 2 unit. It concludes that the number line consists of points corresponding to rational numbers and irrational numbers both. It leads to a new system containing rationals and irrationals both and is known as real numbers. Real numbers. Now we will learn of finding irrational numbers between two given numbers. So understand it by taking an example. So here we are taking a problem. Find an irrational number between 2 and 3. So its solution would go like this one. We will multiply these two and take the square root of that, that is a square root of 2 into 3 equals root 6 equals 2.449 and so on. Actually it is approximately equal to this one. Thus root 6 is between 2 and 3. So root 6 is the irrational number which is found between 2 and 3. Next problem we are going to take here, that is find an irrational number between root 3 and 2. So here one is irrational number and another is rational number. How can we find it out? So we proceed to our solution. Here we will take the sum of these two and half of that, that is root 3 plus 2 by 2. So this would be the answer, that is the irrational number between these two. So here one thing you should keep in your mind: whenever an irrational number and a rational number is given, then we just need to add those and divide by 2. So we will get the irrational number which is between the given irrational number and the rational number. But in the case where one is rational, both are rational numbers, and we have to find an irrational number between those two, then we just multiply those and take a square root of that number. Then we will get the irrational number between those rational numbers. Now we will learn how to draw root x geometrically. Here x is a positive real number, is a positive real number. First draw AB equals x unit, what we have to draw. Mark C so that BC equals 1 unit. It is 1 unit. Now bisect AC, that is the perpendicular bisection, by taking the compass here and this one, and from here this one, and by putting a scale here we will get number like this one. So let this be O, and this is the midpoint of AC. So by taking the midpoint O and OA or OC, we draw a semicircle like this one. Now draw a perpendicular on point P here. It is drawn, it is a perpendicular, and let it be D. So this BD equals root x. So it is quite easy. First draw AB of x units, mark C so that BC equals 1 unit, and bisect AC and take point O here at the bisection, and draw a semicircle by taking OA or OC any radius. Both will be same there, and draw a perpendicular on B, and this B, the perpendicular drawn from B will intersect the semicircular line and take that point D. Then this BD equals root x, what we had to draw geometrically. So this BD is the line which represents root x in this case. Now what we have just drawn geometrically, root x, we will try to show that BD equals root x, because it is not visible there. How can we prove that that is actually root x? First draw that. It was like this one, AB, it was x from here to here, that is AB equals x, and we have taken BC such that this is 1 unit. Then we have bisected it like this one, and here we got a point, and name of that point was taken as O, and a semicircle is drawn by taking OC or OB as radius, and at B a perpendicular is drawn. It is a perpendicular, and this point of intersection is taken as D. Now we have to prove here that this BD is root x. How can we prove that? So the proof here, OA equals OC equals OD. If we produce this line, then it will also be the radius OD, OA and OC, all are radius, equals OD, and it will be, since half of AC, so AC is x plus 1, so the radius will be x plus 1 by 2. So it is actually a radii, and OB, this one OB, we have to find out OB. So this complete AC, so OB equals AB, this one AB, that is x, minus OA. So AB minus OA, that will give OB. So AB equals x, and OA we have just find it out here, and that is x plus 1 by 2 equals 2x minus x minus 1 by 2. We are just simplifying it, equals x minus 1 by 2. Since triangle OBD is a right angled triangle, therefore BD equals root under OD square minus OB square by Pythagorean triplet. This BD, actually BD square equals OD square minus OB square. So thus BD equals under root square OD square minus OB square equals OD equals x plus 1 by 2, x plus 1 by 2 whole square minus x minus 1 by 2 OB, we have just find it out here, x minus 1 whole square equals root under, we will treat it like a square minus b square. So we know that a square minus b square equals a plus b whole into a minus b. So we will treat it like that one. So it will be x plus 1 by 2 plus x minus 1 by 2 whole into x plus 1 by 2 minus x minus 1 by 2 equals LCM is 2 for this one, and here it will be x plus 1 plus x minus 1, and here again the LCM is 2, x plus 1 minus x plus 1, since minus minus plus, equals root under, these two will be cancelled and here these two will be cancelled. So here it will be x plus x, that is 2x by 2 into 2 by 2. Here again 2 will be cancelled and here 2 will be cancelled. So it will be equal to root x. Therefore BD equals root x. It is proved here. So by this way we can show that BD equals root x. Now we will see few operations on real numbers. It is solved like a simple algebraic expression. First we will take an example of the algebraic expression like this one, that is 5 plus x whole into 2 plus y. How will you solve it? First multiply by 5, 2 plus y, and then by plus x, 2 plus y equals 5 2s are 10 plus 5y plus 2x plus xy. So this is the way by which the algebraic expressions are calculated or operated. In the same fashion, these real numbers can be calculated. So take an example here, 5 plus root 7 whole into 2 plus root 5. So it just looks like this one. So what we have to do here, that these root 7 or root 5 or the irrational numbers are taken as the variables there, and the rational numbers are treated as we have treated here, the multiplication and the additions, in the same fashion as in the algebraic expression. So like this one, what we will do here, first multiply this 2 plus root 5 by 5. So it will be written 5 whole into 2 plus root 5, and by root 7 2 plus root 5. So the similar expression is here. Now 5 2s are 10, similarly as we have done here, plus 5 into root 5, that is 5 into root 5. Here we have written 5y, 5 into y, that is 5y. Here 5 into root 5, that is 5 root 5. In the place of y it is root 5, plus root 7 into 2, that is 2 root 7, plus root 7 into root 5. So it will written like this one, 7 into 5. So one step we will write here more, that is 10 plus 5 root 5 plus 2 root 7 plus root 35, that is 7 5s are 35. So this is the way, the same algebraic way by which we can operate on real numbers. Now next we will learn rationalization. So rationalization means to remove a square root or irrational numbers from denominators. We will take an example or a problem, that is rationalize 1 by root 2. So how can we rationalize it? So we will do 1 by root 2 into 1, and for 1 we will write here root 2 by root 2. We know that if any number is multiplied by 1, there is no change. So actually we have multiplied it by 1, that is root 2 and root 2 will cancel each other and it will become 1. So there will be no change in 1 by root 2 or the main number. And we have chosen here root 2 because here the denominator is root 2. If it would have been root 5, then we would have multiplied it by root 5 by root 5. Equals 1 into root 2 is root 2, and root 2 into root 2 equals 2. So the denominator, the square root of the denominator has been eliminated, and so this 1 by root 2 has been rationalized here. Now we will take another example to rationalize 1 by 2 plus root 3. Here we will follow a plus b whole into a minus b equals a square minus b square. So in such problems, a plus b is in the denominator or a minus b is in the denominator. Whatever is given there, we just multiply that denominator by the another one. That is, if a plus b is given, we will multiply it by a minus b, or if a minus b is given, we will multiply that by a plus b. So after multiplying this one, you will get there a square minus b square, and that is what we require there. So here a plus b is given, that is 2 plus root 3 is given, and you have to write there a minus b, that is 2 minus root 3 you have to write there. So we will proceed ahead. It would be 1 by 2 plus root 3 into 2 minus root 3, and to cancel this out we will write here again 2 minus root 3, because these two will cancel each other and the result will be 1, and since by multiplication of 1 there is no change occurs in the fraction or in the rational number, therefore 1 by 2 plus root 3 will not change here, equals, the LCM will be 2 plus root 3 whole into 2 minus root 3, this into this, here it would be 2 minus root 3 equals 2 minus root 3 by a square minus b square, that is 2 square minus root 3 whole square, equals 2 minus root 3 by 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3 equals 1, so we will leave here 1 and just write 2 minus root 3. So thus the denominator, the square root from the denominator has been eliminated, and thus the rationalization has been done. So this is the way by which we rationalizes the numbers. If you have any problem, then you can comment here. And one thing more, you should subscribe the channel and like the video. And if you have any problem or if you want it in a better manner, then you can post your comments in the comment box. We will certainly try to eliminate that and improve the lectures according to your concern. Next, we are going to study laws of exponents. If any number is written like a to the power m, then a is the base, this is base, and m is exponent, and this type of expression or this method of expressing a number is known as exponential form. There are several laws of exponents. Few of them we are going to see here. That is, first, a to the power m into a to the power n equals a to the power m plus n. That is, for like bases, during multiplication exponents are just added. Second, a to the power m whole to the power n equals a to the power m into n. So if exponents has the power of another exponent, these are just multiplied. Third, a to the power m by a to the power n equals a to the power m minus n. That is, during division for like base, exponents are just subtracted Next is a to the power m and b to the power m equals ab to the power m. For same exponents, here it is m, and different bases, that is a and b, bases are multiplied under same exponent. Next is a to the power 0 equals 1. So if exponent is 0, it equals 1. Next is a to the power minus n equals 1 by a to the power n. So minus 1 exponent is a reverse exponent. So it is actually reversed. That is a to the power minus 1 equals 1 by a. Now it's time to test yourself. First, 5 to the power 0 equals what? Second, rational number plus irrational number equals dash number. Third, root 3 is an dash number. Fourth, irrational numbers are non-terminating and dash. Fifth, pi is an dash number. So find the answer for these questions from the lecture and write it in the comment box. Name of the first 10 students will be shown in the next part of this lecture, as you all know it. In the next part of the video, we will sort out the problems what you will comment in the comment box. So if you have any problem, you should comment in the comment box and I will try my best to sort that out. So for that time being, stay subscribed. See you soon.